Christmas lights are often designed with a series circuit. This means that when one light burns out, the entire string of lights goes black. Suppose that the lights are designed so that the probability a bulb will last 2 years is 0.995. The success or failure of a bulb is independent of the success or failure of other bulbs. A. What is the probability that in a string of 100 lights, all 100 will last 2 years? So in the problem A, we have to find the probability for 100 lights lasting up 2 years. They give us great information. They tell us in this problem right here that the bulbs are independent of each other. So if the bulbs are independent of each other, we simply have to just take 0.995 and multiply it to itself 100 times. So that's 0.995 times 0.995 times 0.995 times ... right? And there's no way I'm going to write all these out. 995, 100 times. So instead of doing that, right, typing that number out 100 times, what we're going to do is type it into the calculator as 0.995 raised to the 100th power. And when I do that, I get the decimal of 0.606. So that is the probability that 100 lights will last 2 years, 0.606, so roughly 60%. Okay, so we're going to use that answer to find B. What is the probability that at least one bulb will burn out in 2 years? Huge thing here. So this idea of at least one bulb. Let me change my color real quick. That thing right there, at least. Anytime you see that word at least, it means the complement. The complement is again 1 minus the original probability. We have the probability for all 100 lasting 2 years. So at least one burning out would be the complement to all 100 lasting 2 years. So let me change my color back. So for B, we're going to find the complement, right? Complement. Which would be 1 minus 0.6, oops, sorry, the 6 is terrible, 606, which gives you 0.394. There's your answer for B, 0.394, so roughly 40%. So for A, what is the probability that all 100 lights will last 2 years? That's simply the probability that one lasts 2 years raised to 100th power. And then B, what is the probability that at least one bulb will burn out in 2 years? Is the complement to A. Hint, most of the times this idea happens, this at least, it usually refers back to the complement to the previous problem. You're going to have homework problems like that. Whenever it says at least, look to the probability above it and take the complement of that probability.